This short screencast will give you a very brief introduction to display type, so you can go forward with the exercises in this class to create display type. So what is display type? Well, if we look at the almighty Google online, it says it's large or eye-catching type used for headings or advertisements, and that's close enough. And yes, I'm being ironic here. That pixelated Google image, that is not display type. So what is display type? Just let me show you some images here. Okay, we've all seen these, in the Sunday papers, if people still buy the Sunday papers. These kind of type as image, okay, like highly modified type that's created to be eye-catching and read very, very quickly, and the viewer knows what this is about right away. So it's supposed to draw the viewer in. And we've all seen these before, and it's very likely that in your career as a graphic designer, you'll be required to make things like this, images like this. These are, I call them images more than typography, so because they're highly modified typography. But besides this prosaic kind of stuff that will, as part of the day-to-day working life of a graphic designer, there's also cool stuff in display type. This is display type too, remember. Okay, this is designed and intentional, and of course very, very professional and very polished and clean. Each one of these examples I show you, has their own character and feel that are intended to deliver a specific message for the in this case the movie. The display type can be very, very sophisticated. Okay, like this is from designer Chip Kidd, very famous, very successful designer, especially known for his book covers. And this is all type, and this is all his work. This display type based on the Rolling Stone logo. And as an aside, the better you can get at making display type, you'll also get a better feel for creating logo types. For example, the Rolling Stone title in that kind of display type is their identity also, so that's something to keep in mind. Designer Paul Ashear made this. It's a poster for a play called Simpatico, and not really too much modification of type. It's just the placement and composition of the letter forms that really makes this unique. So this is display type as well. Another Paul Ashear piece, her new identity for the New York City Ballet. So very simple, clean, and very, very sophisticated. So your display type does not have to be like the wild, garish, sail, 4th of July fireworks kind of thing. This is display type too. And what I want to emphasize with this piece here is this is a balanced, unified composition all on its own. So the one thing to remember, all of these that we looked at, even the one that said sail and 4th of July and all that other stuff, it can be an independent, standalone, and unified composition all by itself. And you could take that display type and put it into a layout. Okay, so it's this New York City Ballet, which is really pretty much its identity. This could be, this will be placed in New York City Ballet posters and websites. It stands alone by itself, but it's also going to be a compositional element in a layout. That's important to remember when you're designing display type. So let's look at this beautiful, gorgeous, I just love the heck out of this thing, by April Greiman. April Greiman is a very influential and very vibrant and vital designer who's been keeping up with the times and changing her work over the past 40 years. So do look into her work, look into Paul Ashear. They're worth looking at. But anyway, so we got display type. We got the words progress, freedom, equality, modified very, very creatively and typeset creatively. And it's combined with this image celebrating the 19th Amendment. It's a commemorative stamp, of course. I'm sure you figured that one out. So display type can be anything from the simple, sail exclamation point, and it can reach into the realms of high art like this. But the main thing is it can be expressive, approach it like you're making a standalone unified composition that's going to be placed into a layout.